Chiricahua National Monument's in the southeast corner of Arizona. We'll show you some of the fabulous hiking trails. We're at the Sugarloaf Mountain Trailhead. It's the highest point in Chiricahua National Monument, and oh my gosh, the views are incredible. You're not going to believe this. It's 39 degrees and the wind is howling, but check this out. So the trail goes straight ahead and then across the ridge up here. Hear the wind through the canyon. We picked up a guide from the visitor center to see each of the hikes.
The tunnel.
The tunnel.
The arch. How many arches you can walk through?
I can see why Geronimo and Cochise didn't want to give up this land. It's so cool in here. The summit of Sugarloaf Mountain is at 7,300 feet and one of the highest points in the monument, giving us some amazing views. The decommissioned fire lookout is the turnaround point and go right back down. Of course, after enjoying the views for a little bit. See our truck down there. Right there. Now we're at the Echo Canyon Loop Trail, and we're going to go down to the grotto and do the loop. It's a mile to the grotto and back, or do 3 miles on the loop. Wonder what that is. A lamb's lamp, or a seal, or a tea kettle. I thought it was a tea kettle, but now I don't think so. Dogs are allowed on leash on these trails. There's no internet in the canyon down by the visitor center and the campground, but when you get to the top of the trailheads and park, we did get cell service there. Gotta pay attention to where I'm walking.
Yeah.
Echo Canyon was my favorite trail that we took this day. It was a moderate walk, but you still had to pay attention to the rocks that came up, but the steps weren't too big. There's a shuttle that runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from the campground at 9 a.m. and the visitor center at 9:15, and it takes you to any of these 3 trailheads, but they're pretty close together. And then it's about 4.5 miles down to the visitor center and another half mile to the campground.
Hey, Jenga. Say, somebody's been playing Jenga here, and the rest of the day they chickened out.
They don't want it to fall on them?
No.
This just gets more incredible as we walk in. Oh, look, here it is. That's the grotto. Keep tripping, gonna fall on my head. This is definitely a holy cow. Actually, the grotto is further ahead and on the right. Nothing like walking through a rock garden.
She's disappearing into the grotto.
Grotto. Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool. Going. Pretty cool.
In our previous video, we'll show you around the campground, which we were fortunate to get a notification for a cancellation so we could stay for a few days. It says we're on our way to the grottos. We thought we passed them already. Oh, that breeze feels good.
Yeah.
Oh, up in there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
On the other section.
See a rock up in there.
It's way up in there.
Wow, this is incredible up in here.
Yeah.
There's hanging rocks.
Woo.
You see this boulder?
Yeah.
Right there? Very cool.
Yeah. Okay.
That's That's an impressive way to start a hike.
Yeah.
We're just a short distance from the parking lot. This is what we come across. You can see uplift and erosion. At the great eruptions, the Chiricahua Mountains had not formed 10 to 15 million years ago. Tangents related to the movement of the Great Plates of the Earth. The crust cracked, movement along the fault lines began, and then they developed some big canyons. That's just amazing. It's not an easy walk down there. I left the sound of the wind so you could hear how much we were dealing with while hiking. So this is one of the pipes that you look through the hole and it tells you down below. 40 miles away. See in the distance. You move it over here. It shows you some peaks. It's really kind of cool. No, it's nothing high tech here, but it works. We're descending down into the canyon. When you start out at Massai Point, you want to take the Echo Canyon Trail down. The Massai Trail is considered a difficult trail, and if you do the whole loop, it's 7 miles. If you go to Inspiration Point and back, it's 5.2. It's absolutely fantastic and fascinating, as they say. We're descending down into the canyon, and they're big steps going down. If the other trails are too difficult, you can always take the nature trail, which gives you a fabulous view of the rocks without walking down into them. That canyon is clear down in here, where we just were. The volcano that occurred 25 million years ago caused this. It's pretty awesome. The nature trail's pretty flat, but there are some obstacles along the way. And that's Sugarloaf Mountain right up there where the fire lookout is. Do the Massai Nature Trail. The forest here in the Chiricahuas is considered a pygmy forest. because there isn't much water here, very little rainfall, and the elevation is 7,500 feet. In the distance, you can see the Dragoon Mountains, and the stronghold of the Apache chief Cochise was hidden in the Dragoon Mountains in the distance. The famous Chiricahua Apache chief. We're in the center of the caldera, which was a huge volcano that covered 12,000 acres. And when it exploded, it just collapsed. It was well worth the 40-mile drive south of Willcox, Arizona to see this fabulous place. Thanks for coming along.